What is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE News. Today, we've got some big news when it comes to Pokemon. The Pokemon Company has talked more about the 2019 core RPG titles, and trust me, these are going to be huge with some of the facts that they're dropping here. We also have Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild officially passes that million seller mark, so shout outs to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. We'll talk about that as well, and then also 50%, actually over 50% of Bloodstained Curse of the Moon sales have come on the Nintendo Switch. So we got a lot of cool stuff to get into, but before we do that, make sure you guys hit that like button. We got a 500 like goal for this one and 700 for an eShop gift card. We've only hit that one time since we started that, guys. Let's go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get this video started. And we are starting off with the core Pokemon 2019 games for the Nintendo Switch. So there was a recent interview with Famitsu, and they talked about it when it comes to the Pokemon Company, what you can expect from the 2019 games. And guys, there's a lot of good stuff here. So kind of running down some of the stuff, the games will launch or have been reconfirmed for a second half of 2019. Now here's another thing, guys, this is probably the biggest one. This will have the best graphics out of any of the other previous Pokemon games, which includes Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So it's even going to look better than that. So they are not skimping out when it comes to graphics. But on top of that, this has pretty much been confirmed to be Gen 8, because they also said that there's going to be many new Pokemon in this game. So guys, they're really making sure with this next Pokemon title, not Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which is more of a bridge title to kind of capture some of the old school players of like the simplicity, then also some of the Pokemon Go players and maybe some of the hardcore players all into one, really kind of capture them, get them to buy a Nintendo Switch, then hit them hard with that brand new impressive looking Pokemon game that has the graphics, that has all of the features and bells and whistles that you would expect while Pokemon battles and all of that, guys. They're really going to use that power of the Nintendo Switch. And remember, I was even impressed with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee graphics, because it's still a huge jump up from what we've seen on the Nintendo 3DS. So imagine this, going from 3DS to a system in between like the Wii U and the Xbox One. That is just such a huge jump from 3DS to that much, man. I mean, it's going to be insane how this game looks, and now I have full confidence that they're going to spend a lot of time designing a lot of great Pokemon, because they did state that there's going to be many new Pokemon in the game, and I think they're going to have a lot of the previous ones as well to fill out the roster. I'm looking forward to that one a lot, but I'm also looking forward to playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee quite a bit as well. But one thing that I do want them to do, and I know some of you guys, if you're the hardcore Pokemon fan, you might not be so much into this, but if they could include the Pokeball function with the Pokeball Plus Joy-Con, to where you can play the Pokemon 2019 core RPG games with that, I would really like to see them do it, because it's just so convenient. Maybe not the motion controls in order to catch Pokemon, how that system is used. I want it to catch Pokemon and do what you normally do, or whatever innovations, small innovations they want to add to the system. You know, they're going to make it like Sun and Moon, Diamond and Pearl, the other Pokemon games that we've played. But I'd just like to be able to use that Pokeball and potentially have the option to use, like, let's say like a motion to hover over a button, something like that, and then be able to press the button, or something along that line, to where I can just play the game with one hand, because that's going to make grinding when it comes to having to power level and all that, that's going to make it a lot easier to play than having to hold it like this with two hands. I can just kind of lazily play it. So I'm hoping that that is in the game, because that's one of the things that I really like about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, is that I can just play the game with that one Pokeball and just do everything right then and there. It makes things simple for me, so I'm hoping for that. But this is good, guys. This is definitely great news. I think everyone is taken care of when it comes to Pokemon. We even got a free-to-play game if you want to just kind of get back into it a little bit. We've got this Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, more for the Pokemon Go crowd, the casual crowd as well, and then the mainline ones hitting next year. Switch has only been out since early 2017, so it's not like the Switch will even be too old of a system in 2019 when these games drop. It's a little bit over 2 years old, so great to see there. Looking forward to playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Looking forward to these new Pokemon games. I think they're going to be fantastic. So what do you guys think about all this news when it comes to the 2019 core Pokemon RPGs? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, now moving on to the next title here. We have The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild officially sells over 1 million copies on the Nintendo Switch in Japan alone. And this is according to the Media Create sales charts. Then if you were on the Famitsu and if you're just tracking digital sales, obviously the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild already crossed that. We actually already made a video here on Player Essence about that. But now it's officially crossed it when it comes to physical copies in Japan for the Media Create, which is what most people do use. So that is awesome to see here. The game moved another 6,722 units, crossing that million mark. It stands at 1,004,689 units total. So that is awesome for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This has easily been one of the most successful, if not the most successful Legend of Zelda game. I think it's catching Ocarina of Time. That might be the most successful. I'm not 100% sure when it comes to Japan, but the game is already the best-selling Legend of Zelda game of all time when you combine Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Nintendo Switch and also the Wii U, which is saying something because the Nintendo Switch has not been out for that long compared to some of the other games in terms of the entirety of the sales span. So great to see. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is one of the most innovative games I have ever played. It has shook up so many different things when it comes to Zelda, but then also feel familiar at the same time. But I was floored by how great Zelda is, and Japanese gamers also agreed because Zelda games usually don't sell this great, but this one just did phenomenal, guys. So great to see from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I'm pretty sure Anuma-san and all of the guys are hard at work on the next Legend of Zelda game. I think they're probably going to really optimize and focus and get that baby running on Switch great, so you don't have some of the hiccups and issues that they had to patch out over the course of it. I think it's going to be a much smoother playing game from the very beginning. I think it's going to have a lot more mechanics added in. They're going to refine what they did, but also add in an era of mystery and new content to the game, especially if you saw what they did with the DLC. That was great stuff. So I just think that the sequel or whatever they decide to do next with that Breath of the Wild engine, and they really optimize it for Switch, is just going to destroy when it does come out. So I'm looking forward to that, and whenever that's going to be, we don't know. I mean, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is still selling, as you can still see here. And in the West, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is even selling better. So excited to see this, and of course, congratulations to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild team. Fantastic game. One of my favorite games of all time. Easily a top 3 game for me. So what do you guys think about Breath of the Wild officially passing 1 million physical copies sold from the Media Create? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, now moving into the final topic here, we do have Bloodstained Curse of the Moon with over 50% of the sales coming from the Nintendo Switch, which is just outstanding to see that people have that classic Castlevania love for the Nintendo Switch and on that system. So Konami, you gonna give us something good at E3 this year? Let's hope so. So Inti Creates has provided some information about Bloodstained Curse of the Moon sales. So a large majority of the copies, with 56% coming on the Nintendo Switch. Now here's the breakdown, guys, because there are other systems, of course, that it's on. So like I stated before, 56% was from the Nintendo Switch. We had 19% from Steam. PlayStation 4 captured 17%. 3DS captured 4%. PS Vita with another 4%. Now here is the breakdown per the sales regions. So North America was 64% of the sales, Japan plus Asia was 23% of the sales, and Europe plus Australia was 13% of the sales. Inti Creates also stated recently that the game crossed 100,000 downloads. So the game is definitely a success. They're making their money back on that one, and they're doing very well with it. And it's just one of those games that I still need to pick up from a Kickstarter backer. Like, I'm so excited for Koji Igarashi, for Inti Creates, and all the success that they've had so far bringing back Castlevania. I know this is Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, but still bringing it back and just having so much success even with the smaller game. Not the main course meal, you know, the main course is the Ritual of the Night. Many people are saying, yo, this Curse of the Moon might be better, but I think in terms of length, in terms of content, Ritual of the Night is definitely going to be better. And it's aiming for that same style of gameplay that we see from Curse of the Moon. So I think this is going to be awesome, and I'm really looking forward to playing the full Ritual of the Night and finally getting my hands on Curse of the Moon, because I do have a free copy, but I have to go claim, so I'm going to do that at some point, guys. So awesome to see here. Really happy about this news. But what do you guys think about all of this? We have the big Pokemon RPG news, best graphics that you've ever seen, many new Pokemon, so Gen 8 it's looking like, and it's just going to be really good. I think it's going to be really good, guys. Also, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild topping 1 million units in the Media Create sales charts, 1 million physical for Japan. Fantastic sales for Legend of Zelda. Let me know about that. And also, of course, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this. Comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.